Good morning, LolCow Crypt. We're back at it again. We're about to have a fantastic Monday morning with y'all. And guess what? We are here to rock!
What the heat, critics? Bringing all the heat!
Yeah, here's the share screen cap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! Good morning, LCU! Chat, are you not? I'm sorry, dude. I'm doing an oldie. We're playing a little oldie music as the heat creeps. If you're not a fan, we can switch it over to the old intro.
Yeah, give me the Cholo intro.
We'll give you the Cholo intro. Yeah, the heat creeps are just not it. Here we go.
We probably own a stupid animal like a ferret.
LSU after dark. Bass echo in the tunnels. Vato locos. You already know. Loca, vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Trying through the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. Loca, vato locos, candle low, lights dim. Laughing at the world while the walls cave in. From the shadows to the stage, yeah, we all break through. Crib door slam, screaming LCU. Posted in the crib where the air stay cold. Concrete dreams and the stories get bold. Graffiti on the walls, time stuck on pause. Laugh track bouncing off the outlaw laws. TechProtect with the circus on lock. Brain wild, wild like a glitch in the block. Talking big plans, scheming real loud. Laugh now, cry, let the whole room go proud. P.O. rolling in, combo sharp. Eyes like a spark in the middle of dark. Every word land heavy, every bar got weight. Underground kings, yeah, we tempting fate. Loca, vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. Loca, vato locos. Shadows on the wall from the jokes to the chaos. Yeah, we love it all. Hands up, fists high, screaming who's who. Whole crib chanting back LCU. Late night laughter, echo chamber vibes. Memes turn myth when the moment arrives. They said we fade, we just multiply. Turn side Alex into battle cries. Crib so loud with the bassline hum. Old school soul with the snap of a drum. Culture stitched in the rhyme and the tone. Brown pride post in the mirror and bone. No gold chains, but the weight still heavy. Truth in the jokes, yeah, the edge stay ready. From throwaway laughs to a flag we flew. Turn low in the legend as LCU. Candles flicker, walls breathe. Hold the ground move when the beat hit freeze. Laugh through the madness, dance with the doom. Every step echo boom, boom, boom. Loco, vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend.
Do we have to listen to the entire song every time?
Bam, 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 bam. Yeah!
All right, here's. All right, Crip Crew. How many people know the lyrics?
LCU. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. TechProtect. Who's that?
LolCow Crips, certified. LCU till the lights go out.
We are back at it again with the hosts of LolCow Crypt, obviously fucking living legends. We have David, Jaffe, and Wings of Redemption. How are you two today?
I was noticing that the thumbnail, I actually made it into the thumbnail now. And I'm like, dude, if I was that freaking skinny, I'd be so happy with myself.
What if?
Well,
what if
we got shit on Friday because people were like, "Why didn't you put Wings in the thumbnail?" And it's like, we didn't know you were going to be on the show Friday.
That's my fault. That's my fault. Because Tech came to me and goes, "Hey, are you going to be on the show Friday?" I'm going like, I think I can be on the show, but I don't want to 100% commit. I'm going to try my best to be there. Do not put me in the thumbnail. Don't overpromise.
Yeah.
So that was on me.
I had so much hate privately. I got DMs from a ton of people. Do you hate Wings? Why is he not in your thumbnails? I was like, well, I talked to him. But yeah, no, Wings is now going to be in the thumbnails. Although I do want to say, if you're thinking you're skinny there, I had to ask AI 3 times, can you make him fatter, please? And it was like, I don't It was like, I don't want to. I did not want to.
I was saying, this is what AI considers a fat person. They'd hate to see my grotesque body of blubber and sadness.
Yeah, although I have been making Jaffe a thinner guy for sure. Jaffe's not fat, but he's big. What do you consider yourself, Jaffe?
Fat. I'm fat.
Are you fat? What are you, like 220?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, something like that.
That's too.
I'm a short guy though.
Have you ever looked back, Jaffe, of like clips of like when you did interviews with like PlayStation and you see yourself skinny and you're like, oh, wow, who's that person?
Oh, you know how it goes. I look back at pictures of me in college when and I'm just like, good God Almighty, But a lot of it's genetics. I mean, my whole mom's side of my family got bigger when they got into their late 20s, and I'm on Ozempic. We'll figure it out. We'll see if I can ever get it all off again. But
how long you been on Ozempic?
A long time, like 3 years.
Is it for like your diabetes, or is it strictly for like weight loss?
Well, it's for diabetes, wink. According, but no, it's a little bit of both, I suppose. And it does help, but I'm not one of these success stories where it's just like, my God, he lost 100 pounds in 4 months or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm probably over medicated with all the shit that I take. So it's something I'm thinking about recently, but I don't fucking know.
It's something I want to explore because my wife's on Ozempic too. She's on like 2 milligrams, right? Mm-hmm. And she does none of the weight loss like benefits from it. Like it's all about controlling her blood sugar.
Okay,
and I'm like, I wonder what. Yeah, it works for in that case, right? But I'm wondering, like, do some people just not get like the weight loss benefits where like it tells your brain to stop eating or like things like that? Because like when I get on Ozempic, for example, like if I take Ozempic, I get sick. Like I get dog-like sick. Like thinking about food makes me want to like vomit.
I haven't had that dramatic of a response to it. I've been, I'll sometimes wake up a little nauseous, but nothing. I haven't had any meaningful, response like that to it. But I know I remember taking it. The first time I took it was like 2 days before Thanksgiving 2 years ago. And I was stunned that I couldn't finish a single plate, so I do eat less and I am exercising more, but and it's slow going, but it's probably good that it's slow going. Like I'll drop about 2 to 3 pounds a week, which is good.
That's fast.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of want the Kelly Clarkson story.
Oh, so you want to lose 150 pounds in 3 months or something like that?
Yeah, because I have to go to the prom.
Yeah, but 3 pounds a week, that's healthy. That's a healthy weight loss. So if you do more than that.
I know. Well, Beast Man, how are you, you son of a?
Super chatted $10. Morning, Jaffe, Tech, and Wings. Hope you guys have a great show. It's good to have you back on a show, Wings. Big W's all around.
Good to see you.
God
Because
damn right. Thank you for that, Beast Man. We appreciate it.
like here, like 2 or 3 pounds a week is healthy. If you go further than that, you're gonna lose your gallbladder. 100%.
Is that real?
Well, I think
That's
I need the
100% real.
gallbladder.
Like if your body's processing so much amount of fat so quickly, it kind of like causes gallstones, and gallstones will get stuck in like the passage of your gallbladder, and at that point they just start backing up like traffic, and it you got to take it out at that point or die.
Well, but so far so good. So how was the race on Saturday? Was it fun to watch? How many laps did they do? Was it just an oval or what?
Oh, dude, I am such a fat motherfucker, right? Like one thing, the last time I went to Talladega, I went with my buddy Redneck. His name, he's not a redneck. His screen name was Redneck, but his name was Scott. He took me and we did on the infield, sat in his camper and like ordered pizza and stuff like that. So it was a different experience than this time. Cause this time I got to go into like the hauler section and the pits and all the stuff like that. And there is so much fucking walking. I was unprepared at the level of walking that I had to do as a 440-pound man. Like, and it's like I took 12,000 steps, and you could see me on the live stream itself. About halfway through the live stream, I've almost emotionally crashed out from just being exhausted. Like, so like,
But you
I'm
got to
still
watch the
recovering.
race though, right?
No, not really. I sat in a chair.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which was cool too, because all the time, every car that wrecked would come right back in front of me. Like I just like,
Oh, I
because we were at the haulers, so they would bring the wrecked cars back to the haulers, and everybody's trying to fix them, and there's officials standing around. You get to see stuff you didn't normally get to see.
That's fun. I heard the guy came in 13th place. That's pretty good. Not bad.
I talked to him, and I'm like, "Hey, man, what? Like you were struggling there for a while. Like I did cut straight through the bullshit." And he's like, "Yeah, I wanted it to go harder, but like his crew was telling him, like, hey, you got to hang back, because like the car, I don't want to say this wrong, but like the car, they tend to borrow a car,
Yep.
and they don't want to hurt the car, right? And like there was a huge wreck that happened, and he just happened to like thread the needle and get 13th because he navigated the wreck so well. But like they pretty much just wanted him to drive around the track. They didn't want him to actually try to win, because that's why he was like a lap down.
Okay. That sucks.
What was how many racers total?
42.
So 13 out of 42 is not bad, right?
That's not bad at
No.
all, but you got to understand there's like a wreck that took out like 15, 20 of them.
Yeah, I see Hugh Jazz says 13 out of 17 finished with 41 starting.
41 started. Yeah. That's impressive. So, all right. Well,
That's not bad.
But even then, he wasn't the worst. There was one guy named Kemp. Like he was 6-7 laps down at the time the big wreck happened. Like he was not even trying.
well, what we did this weekend, my dear friends, is
Oh.
we had a movie marathon that fucked my brain. We watched 6 movies back to back. I had a good time. I don't really think I ever want to do that again, or at least not for a long time.
Yeah, that
I did
length.
want to give a shout out to Georgia Summer and Micah,
Yeah.
who are the only ones other than Tech and I who hung in for every single movie, or at the very least, they were there at the beginning and they were there at the end. And I dreamt like a motherfucker that night. It was weird dreams. And I woke up and I felt like I had a hangover for about 4 hours until but I really thought I was losing it. Even though I enjoyed every movie, I loved doing it. It wasn't until afterwards that I'm like, that shit'll fuck your brain. Like when you think about that scene in, what's the movie with the goddamn Gorby Gobbles, the Clockwork Orange, and they're kind of forcing him to watch media.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, that's a pretty good way to brainwash somebody. You just sit somebody in front of media all day, all night. Within a couple days, their brain is mush, man. I was glad to be done, but it was fun though. So thank you guys for hanging out with us and watching and supporting the show.
So you're
and
saying you had a
financing
recurring
it.
dream?
I had a weird dream. I had a wonderfully weird, vivid dream that night. Yes.
Do you have any dreams that you reoccur throughout most of your life? Like you just have the same dream?
I used to, and what I find is they're dreams about places. And when I kind of heal whatever that psychological trauma or whatever that thing is I'm dealing with, I don't dream about it anymore. So it
Can you
used
give us
to
an
be,
example of one?
Yeah, I'll give you 3 examples. I used to dream about the house I grew up in a lot, like in a very nostalgic way. And I used to dream about the Aladdin's castle at Brookwood Mall. which, by the way, oddly enough, I'll share my screen because I still think fondly, and that mall has recently been is being demolished. But I found a picture over the weekend actually of that's not the right screen. You don't care about that. That's us.
Okay.
Where is it? But I dreamt about the Aladdin's castle for a very, very long time. Which, if you're looking at this picture on your screen, this is the Bookland, and this is the entrance to the arcade, the Aladdin's castle, and this is actually at Brookwood Mall in Birmingham, Alabama. And for the longest time, I dreamt about those locations, and I think a lot of it was kind of a desire to go back to that sort of safety I felt as a kid. And then, when you grow up and you have to take care of yourself, there's a lot of times where you're like, I don't know if I can pull this off. And I eventually got to a point where that didn't concern me and I stopped dreaming about it. I dream now, like the other night, about being back in Sony Santa Monica. It's a different Sony Santa Monica. A lot of the people have left. Over the Dream Saturday, they had spent so much money and basically turned it into this massive publicly facing theme park where the very top of it was like a castle on a hill that you could walk up, and there was an animatronic king that you could talk to, like AI and stuff inside the castle. It was very vivid. It was very Willy Wonka chocolate factory flavor being in that new version of Sony Santa Monica, but that's a recurring dream now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hinting at. Like, you did all the game development, and like game developers are known for one thing: grinding. Like, you got to grind for like a street date. Yeah. It's like, do you ever have like trauma from any grind period? And like, what game did you grind was the worst grind?
God of War.
God of War was?
Easily. Yeah. I mean, God of War was, any game I've ever worked on, and the team can attest to this, that was fun or easy to do, are the least successful games I've worked on. You really need the tension and the trauma and the grind and the unwillingness to let go. You need to be like a junkyard dog with that insistence on excellence, and then you have a shot. But it comes at a real fucking cost. At least to me, it did. And I also didn't particularly enjoy it. A lot of people who grind are like still grinding in the industry they love. I like grinding now because I love what I'm doing now. But I adored parts of making video games. But I would say 80% of the day-to-day making video games was just staggeringly boring to me.
Do you think like the grind nature of like game development like helps like solidify a vision? Like, for example, like when you're grinding a game out to meet a street date, you have to cut all the fat. You have to concentrate on what the game is at its core.
Beto Oye2 super chatted $19.99. Nostalgia. We had an Aladdin's castle where I lived too in the mall, and it's where I spent a lot of my time when my mom would go shopping. My dad and I would go there and play Jungle Hunt, Crystal Castles, Red
those
Heart
were the days,
emoji,
buddy.
Fire emoji,
You goddamn right.
Hashtag Crypt Gang.
Thank you.
You goddamn right, Eat. Absolutely, buddy.
Do you think that narrowing of like the vision of what a game is, you think that helps the game and what makes like those games a success? Whereas like a game that you might be having more fun on, you're willing to experiment more and be like, it's not as deep, but it's, ocean wide, puddle deep kind of thing.
No, not really. I think it's more. I think my experience with it has been like two games I worked on that were fun to work on was a game called Drawn to Death and a game called Calling All Cars. And both of those games have their fans, certainly Calling All Cars more than Drawn to Death, but they were pleasant to work on. But they also were things that felt like they probably needed about 6 more months in the oven of really banging on it, because we were missing things, but we didn't push ourselves enough to recognize what we were missing. Right? Like Calling All Cars was a competitive couch co-op game and online, and it was clear that both of those that game was missing more of a stronger way to play defense when you had basically what was the ball in that game. But I didn't recognize that till the game came out and I saw a review of the game and I'm like, oh my God, that would have been perfect. I can't believe we forgot to give the players on defense. We didn't give them enough tools and stuff. So, but yeah, so, but you live, you learn. And frankly, like I said, I'm glad I'm out of it. A lot of people don't understand it. They think they don't get how, a lot of people, to them, that's their dream job. And I get it. But after I've done it and they're like, how could you not want to be back there? They just can't get it in their heads. And I'm like, cause I didn't really like it all that much.
No, some people get shackled to their dreams.
Yeah. You gotta have some freedom into play.
Jaffe, Melissa Duncan gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Melissa Duncan. Deuce Matt, welcome to Band World. And then Elisa or Alice in Wonderland.
Elise Keaton, my crush from Family Ties. She ended up being a lesbian.
Yeah, great.
It's goddamn true.
Hey, Wings, I'm so glad to see you on Crypt. And hi, Jaffe, Winky Face.
How you doing? Now I can feel it.
Hi, Tech too. Also, Sharkbait says, "Wow, I really like Jaffe and Wings together." W.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharkbait.
Oh,
did we get Alice's comment? I know we kind of skipped over.
Just read that, but Jaffe talked over me. Hey, Wings, I'm so glad to see you on Crypt.
Sorry.
Oh, and hi, Jaffe. How you doing? Hi, Tech too.
Good dog.
Good.
Listen to this. A Florida man was arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of tea.
How do you come up with that?
I didn't come up with it. I didn't write it.
I'm just saying, like, where in your drug idle mind do you like? All right, I'm gonna get this gator. I'm gonna drag it into the Waffle Hut, and we're gonna pour pitcher tea on it.
People are crazy out there, man. People are crazy, and I don't blame them. But this is from WFOR News. Absolutely true story. He got arrested, Miami-Dade Police Department. I'm looking at his mugshot right now. What I like is he's like, no, I need the tea. You brought me fucking Mountain Dew. If I'm gonna have any shot in hell of baptizing this motherfucking alligator, I need the fucking iced tea. It's like, all right. Can we get an iced tea for table 6? It's crazy. But
I'm just sitting there thinking, like, an alligator has existed well before religion was even an idea. Oh
yeah, sure, of course.
And it's like, how are you baptizing this reptile?
Well, Tech, why aren't you cutting in to discuss pickles? Says K Bear's mama. What are you talking about pickles?
Jeff, you how many calories in a pickle?
0.
Good job.
All right. I like pickles, actually.
Right, your turn.
It's kind of like celery. Celery's like it burns calories to eat celery.
Pickles are weird because you'd think I would hate them because I'm so grossed out by so many foods. But pickles, for some reason, I just really vibe with, man. I dig them. I like the crunch. I like the taste. I don't like when they get the weird little tails growing off them. It's like when potatoes. If I have a potato and I'm even beginning to see the roots, I'll throw it away. It's disgusting. It is a disgusting visual.
So are you a pickle on the sandwich kind of guy? Like
no. I'll throw them away. I don't want the pickle touching I get grilled cheese from a place called The Melt. I don't want the pickles. And if they put it in there, I'd like, please don't touch my sandwich with it. Because I love pickles individually, but when they are embedded into the DNA of the food itself, I won't have anything to do with it.
What do we say about, like, have you tried when you go to the grocery store, there's like a whole aisle of pickles with different flavors, like sweet and spicy and things like that. Do you just go with the classic dill pickle?
I go with the dill. I mean, I like the little circle ones; are pretty good sometimes. But I these days
it's like the baby dill or big dill?
Big dill.
I like the baby dill, the small dill. Yeah.
You know what?
You're a big deal kind of guy.
I'm a big deal kind of guy. I'm a pretty big deal. There was a restaurant called Farrell's, which was this kind of thing in the 70s and 80s. But the bigger point is a guy who founded Farrell's, who I believe was Mike Farrell's father, who was Will Ferrell's grandfather. But that's a different point. Said his book is called Give 'Em the Pickle. And it's a great book about business. But he says, they're like, he was known for telling his staff, everybody gets pickles with their food. And they're like, yeah, but that'll cost us like X number of dollars. If they're not ordering it, what's the point? And he's like, because you got to go above and beyond in business to make people feel like they're special.
Appreciated.
Yeah. And so he called his book, Give 'Em the Pickle, which I thought I was going to get a porn, but I ended up getting a great business book. And so I won either way.
Okay.
And I still masturbated to it.
So, like,
Kinda hard
You've
not
obviously
to.
read this book. You've obviously read this book. So like how well did it increase like repeat business for like giving them the pickle? Like there's a guy that does like these bar things. I forgot his name off the top of my head.
Bar
But
Rescue, the guy.
that guy, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
That
his
guy.
name.
But he states that if you can get a customer to come back 4 times, you have that customer for life.
Oh, I've seen
Right.
this guy. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
The guy talks about first you give him a card and come back and I'll give you a thing that's free and that thing.
Yeah, he like give them
Yeah.
a birthday card, give them a free cookie, give them a pickle. You know, make sure their meal's pleasant. Make sure it's cooked right, even if you lose money on it. Because if you get them to come back to your restaurant 4 times, they will come back for the rest of their life.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, the trick is I heard advice like that and I when I was making Drawn to Death, and it was interesting because for me, I assumed I when you're making a game, that has to be game centric stuff, whether that's every time you log in on your birthday and you're playing Marvel Snap, you get a really cool card or whatever. I made it more specific outside of the game. And I'm like, oh, let's send people emails on their birthdays and stuff. And it's like, yeah, that was great, Jaffe, but it had nothing to do with the game you were selling. And so it didn't work. But if I were to do it
So-
again, I would absolutely make it tied to the product. That's one part of the book I didn't quite get.
If you had to start a business right now, right? They said if for some reason some genie came down and said, "Hey, I'll give you all the funds to start any type of business you want, but that's the only way you'll make income for the rest of your life," right? What business would you start?
Are you saying it's a guarantee I would make income, or just what do I
No.
want to do?
We're going to give you the starting capital and 6 months of money to run it, right? Until you turn, hopefully you make profit after 6 months. But you have to make your money from being a small business owner.
How much money would I have?
As much as is like reasonably needed to run the business for 6 months. But not excess. You can't just like bank that, right? So if you want to open a car dealership, sure.
Yeah, sure. I got it.
I feel like the solution to this would be like you could run any business that you want. So and they're giving you 6 months of funding. So like you could do a very like small a very like small volume business. Like for example, like you could be a Ferrari dealer, and like you could buy 6 months worth of Ferrari, and Ferrari sell at such a huge markup that you could be set for life just selling like 6 to 8 of them a year.
Yeah.
And then once you get that going, it's very easy to stay going.
But that is the only job you can have for the rest of your life.
I guess I would have to come up with something. If the goal is money and not something, you'd have to find the balance between what you know, because I know nothing about Ferraris. So I guess I could say part of the budget would be hiring somebody that does, so I don't have to manage it. Sure. But I assume the question is coming from a different place, less of a financial literacy place and more of a place of what kind of business would you like to.
Yeah, you're locked into this.
I would love to own candy stores. I would love to own geek stores in neighborhoods where there's schools and stuff, so I could sell comic books, candy, video games, to not just to kids, but to kids like me, adults that still love games and comic books and candy, and just really kind of build a whole franchise. Do I think it would do well? Probably not. But, I look around at the shopping centers around here. Like I wanted to go there's a new issue out of Superman, Spider-Man, and it's all the Marvel and DC characters. And I'm like, I don't want to have to drive, 20 minutes to the nearest comic book store. But no one, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a good business. It's just something I would like to do. If I had to do it for the rest of my life, I think it'd be fun.
Jeff Bezos destroyed that industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Wayne?
Like,
Diamond Publishing did, but he certainly didn't help. That's true.
How about me? Like I'm thinking about it, like I got to do it the rest of my life. And like, this is the hard part about it. Cause like I did this once already in my life. I'm like, I want to play video games for a living, cause like when I grew up, I loved watching my brother play video games cause we kind of shared everything. And like, I really enjoyed sitting there watching and interacting with him while we would sit there talk our way through video games. And I'm like, I'm going to make this a career at some point in my life. And I decided to play Call of Duty. And let me tell you, if you want to start a YouTube channel that's centric on any particular subject, right? Being Call of Duty, football, movies, whatever it is, you better love what you're doing. And I'm assuming and this is tying into this question itself, because it's like, what do I want to do the rest of my life that I can wake up every day and not feel sick to my stomach and just get bored of? Right. And the only answer that I think is like, because you work to make money and you use the money to do the things that you want to do. And I want to own a mattress company. You ever wondered why there's so many fucking mattress companies, but you never see anybody buy a mattress?
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's a laundering business for the mob.
Yeah.
No. It's a real estate business. That's all it is. What mattress companies do is they'll go into a new mall, like say you're creating a new mall, and be like, hey, I will sign a lease right now for 10 years. 10 years, you'll got my money every May. I'll pay the rent all the way for 10 years. And they'll stay there and the people will accept it and they'll get that lease locked in and they'll sit there, pay it. And mattresses have such huge overhead. Mattresses sell for like $1,200 and they cost like $300 to make, right? So if you sell like 5-6 mattresses a month, you're paying the rent and you're paying the employees and you can go about your day, right? You don't have to have a whole lot of like really devoted salesmen for mattresses.
True.
And what ends up happening is the mall gets popular, right? And all of a sudden, your mattress store isn't what's driving traffic. So the person who owns the mall is like, hey, I need to get your store back. You have this 10-year lease I signed with you.
Wings, I'm bored out of my goddamn mind listening to this story.
By the way, I heard a contrary opinion on this.
Hang on a minute. Wings, we got to get the alchemy right. Chat, am I right? Or am I like, Jaffe, shut up, we were loving the mattress story.
While they talk about it, let us know, chat. But also I heard a different opinion because I think it's 80% of mattress sales are financed. And so when someone makes a purchase for a mattress, they're paying like, 30 or 40% more than the actual cost and through financing with them directly, right? And they get a deal, they get a bump from whatever the the loaning company is, usually it's like Synchrony or whatever the fuck it is. And so that's how they make their money. Because you get like 10 sales in a month, right? And you're ensuring payment from those people over and over and over and over.
And what ends up happening is another business want to come in and they'll be like, hey, I want a sublease from your contract. So I can lease to another store that bring more foot traffic in. And you charge that other store more than your rent. And you make money that way. And you just move on. You do it over and over and over again. So it's very hands-off business.
Isn't that exciting, Jaffe? How are you not excited about this?
No, but it's interesting. I'm looking at the chat because like half the people are like, oh, we love this Wings story. And half are like, oh my God, it's so boring. So this is fun. It's fun to have a little conflict. What about this Wings redemption? What about this? What about a mattress? Let's invent a mattress that guarantees your sexual skill and the satisfaction of your partner because of the mattress goes up 42%.
What is that going to do? Is that like a helpfully like a mattress that helps you thrust, or like one that has more rebound? Like what the technology is in this mattress?
A guy with glasses and a lab coat figures that out. I'm the idea guy. See, I don't know.
So, well, that's what goes. If you could make a pill that makes your dick bigger, you'd be a billionaire. And if you could build that mattress, it would sell like hotcakes to everybody on the fucking planet. Who wants? Who doesn't want 40% better sex? Everybody.
Right. Well, that's exactly
everybody.
Right.
You could sell it for what you wanted to sell for. The problem I have with mattresses in total, and this is boring as fuck, as long, is most mattresses are terrible. Space mattresses, memory foam mattresses are terrible. Space memory mattresses are terrible. Water beds are fucking terrible. They got it right with the fucking solid spring design. Just sleep on that.
Right. No, right.
Red Cheese Metal for $2 says, what's the best cooking grill available for barbecue, Jaffe? And the answer is...
God, what is this fucking show?
It's whatever that small-ass Weber grill is called. The fucking circle one that everyone has in their backyard that costs them $30 at a yard sale. That's the fucking best one.
Dude, we have a grill at our local park. I fuck with you not. Is literally a fire pit with like a turned over grocery basket.
Okay. All right. Solid. The hood.
Like,
love that.
You just cook right on the side of the grocery basket.
I've seen that in my life. And Jeff's from Alabama. He's probably seen that in his life.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at Boo Baby. This is the real problem with mattresses because my mattress I got recently is terrible. But Boo says it's so awkward when you're testing out mattresses and the salesperson is hovering. Leave me alone. It's very hard to know because they're giving you the hard sell. And then you're also like, I guess it's fine. And then they're like, oh, you can return it. So I don't want to fucking return a mattress. I don't want to fucking wait to be home at this little window they give me and all that. And then I got to fucking return it and get another one. It's fine. I'll sleep on the goddamn thing.
Jaffe, I have a story about mattresses.
Oh, I know.
have
You
one.
and my daughter
I
went
have
into
one.
purple.
Yes.
And you guys
But-
wasted that man's time. And
Oh,
I'm like,
even
you guys
better.
ain't buying a fucking purple
Even
mattress.
even better than wasting his time. Because we didn't tell you the story afterwards because you were kind of like already in a mood, right? You were like, I'm ready to go. I want to sit down. We were messing with the guy, right? So we were like, oh, we're looking to get like a queen size, something nice and comfortable. And he's like, okay, well, is it for both of you? I was like, yeah, it's for both of us. But we also have like, I told him we have 5 big
Fat
dogs.
shamed you.
I said
He
we
was
have
fat shaming you.
I said we have 5 big, large dogs at home, right? And also the old man that came in with us, he might also hang on the bed and watch TV or whatever. And he just gave us a look like, okay, you two like 20-something-year-olds and that 60-year-old man, sure, and 5 dogs. And I was like, I need your help testing it. And his face, because he's like a young man, he's like maybe 20 years old, trying to sell purple mattresses for $7,000. So I was like, can you hop on this bed with us? So I'm sitting like this, like a fat fuck, and I'm just using my arms to like trampoline on the mattress, like I'm taking dick or something. And he's like 6'6", handsome young man, and he's like, okay. So he starts doing the same thing, and Sarah's just fucking laughing. We didn't buy.
Now get up there and jump.
We
Jump a
didn't.
little
We
bit.
didn't buy shit, but I asked him how much a pillow cost, and then I walked. And then I
$300. Ask me how I know.
The pillow was $2.99. The pillow was 2 wings. It was a set of 2. You can only get the set of 2 for some reason, and it's fucking $300.
Well, that's a steal. I pay $300 a piece for my pillows.
Fuck that, dude. I can't imagine. That's fucking dumb. I think my mattress from IKEA. Fucking, I no way I'm spending $7,000 on a fucking mattress.
You ever watch the TV show Cheers?
Is that like House?
No, it's about a bar.
That's like the House is also about a bar, technically. Like, the guy's always drinking.
I think I just got to share this, and I don't know if anybody will think it's funny like I do. I saw this weekend. I've never seen this before. Maybe it's a meme, but this guy writes, I think about the Cheers guy now and then. Who is he? Why is he so smug? What was his life like? I know he could have never imagined his mug would eventually be seen by millions repeatedly on a contraption that beamed images and sounds through the air into people's homes. But it is true. I hadn't thought about this guy since the last Cheers episode ages ago. But why is he so goddamn... Look at him. He looks like one of the Culkin kids, but he looks like an asshole.
Leave that dude alone. He survived polio, most likely, and dodged a draft. I'd be pretty fucking smug, too.
Well, then this guy says, I think about the guy under the table trying to get a peek. I totally forgot about this guy. This is also from Cheers.
He is not trying to get a peek. He is.
At one
Anyway,
U6Z3
that's funny.
It is weird.
Shattered
It is weird.
$9.99. You should have looked up at him and said up his tech.
Dog, that girl right there holding the wine up, she looks like one of the hookers from like Unforgiven. Like she just looks like she's ready to play some billiards. And homeboy looks like he got gonorrhea from it.
Look at this. You've seen this, right? We've all seen this.
Oh, the recolorized video.
Yeah. It is kind of amazing, though. I was looking at this weekend, and this is from like 1860. And it's been colorized and it's been time adjusted, so it's not so, so they look like real people, the real people that they were.
They added frames.
And when you look at this, I kind of had this epiphany this weekend that was like, nothing happens to us when we die. We're just bacteria on this fucking planet. Now, I don't know if that's true, of course, but all of these people in this shot were the main characters of their lives. And they probably thought about, I wonder when I die if I'm going to be reconnected with my dog that I loved when I was a boy, or my mother, and all. And you look at these people now, we don't know who they are. We don't care who they are. They're not special. They're not interesting. They're just people. And it made me just go, yeah, we're probably all just fucking bacteria. And there's no end game other than just we die and we don't have any consciousness. And that was that, right? That's what this made me feel. But look,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Which isn't necessarily bad. It's just, in some ways, it's comforting, but it's also like, damn, well, what the fuck's the point?
Have you?
Well, look at.
Go ahead.
Well, look at the other. What's the other thing? Oh, I'm going to live in an icy lake for the rest of my life while like wind blows over top of me because I ate too fucking much and Cerberus is going to rip me in half.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You've never seen like the Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno? Like if you're a glutton, you live in an icy lake and like Cerberus like walks around the lake and he tears at you and like pulls you apart.
I didn't know. I hadn't known that. No.
Yeah, it's a book. It's not real either. But like, it's
Well, it's
just
a
like, what's the
poem, yeah.
alternatives? It's like, what's the alternatives? Like burning in hell, or like in Lynn's Cragsma's Icy's Hall, or like living in Hades. It's
Or
like, I'd rather be
consciousness
nothing.
moving back to source or whatever. But yeah, it is a little, Now the one thing about that, Wings, when you say you'd rather be nothing, see the challenge of that though is like there are these quotes and stuff that people say, well, I don't remember, I guess I'll go back to like who I was before I was alive and it didn't bother me then. Right. But the thing about that quote though, or that philosophy that I take issue with is that there were times when you were alive that you don't remember. When you were in the womb, when you were a 1-year-old, when you were a 2-year-old, you were alive and other people have memories of you and you had events occur to you and with you and for you, but you have no memory of it, right? So just because you don't remember what you were before life on this planet doesn't mean that there was nothing. It just means that you don't currently have the memory of it, but it still occurred, right? So I don't know. I think about this a lot, and not just because I'm getting older. I've always thought about this. It's very fascinating to me. I feel like I deserve the answer. Don't you think we deserve the fucking answer?
No,
Why
deserve
not?
the answer.
Well, yeah, if we're going to be
That-
here and play the game, somebody at least give us a consolation prize at the end of like,
'Cause there's-
okay,
There is
here's
no
what
answer.
it really was.
It's all chaos. We're just happenstance, man. Like everything connected right to create a great ape that had a brain that could understand the concept of one.
You don't think that the other species came here and genetically altered us and fucked with us and shit?
Like the alien ant farm theory, that's a possibility, right? We could be just like somebody's pet that they've put together and they're like, all right, we're going to grow this bacteria in this jar and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And the bacteria turns out to have like single swarm like cell, and it's like it's just a big old long time. Like possibility, yeah, but at the same time, like what about all the mosquitoes I killed on my truck's grill this morning going to get
That's
breakfast?
right. Or when if you clap your hands, the microscopic things that die. Now to them, that's a big fucking tsunami. It's like, oh my God, there was a tsunami in Sector 4 today, or there was a mass extinction event. To them, right? If they even have that level of thought, which they probably don't, but who knows? That's death to them. That's their big tragedy that changes their culture. And it's like, oh my God, my parents lived through the Great Clap. Zing.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
lived through the Great Clap. And it's like, well, fuck, man, none of this is anything, right?
Yeah.
We're all, I don't know.
Speaking
You
of
ever think about like butterflies or houseflies? Right?
Every
like
goddamn day, Jordy.
They
Every
live
goddamn
such a
day.
small, short life. It's like, what is the point?
Well, to them, it's not a short life. To them, it's, I talked about this on last week's show because me and my son were looking at these little tiny bugs. And I started thinking about what do those bugs think about us? And I went to AI and I went to the internet and stuff. And it was like, to those bugs, you're a geographical feature that's slowly moving and changing the heat source. And so to them, you're like a mountain range. And so the lifespan, because it's not alive, of a mountain range that I think of is probably what those bugs think of when they see us. Because to them, their lifespan is a good, healthy, normal amount of life to live, because that's just kind of what they know, right?
Can I read a chat while
Yeah.
you're saying this? Swaggy Gargoyle says, "Bug don't think."
You don't know what bug do. Bug can do whatever bug want do.
No, bug don't think. I know.
Bug might think.
No, bug probably don't think.
But my whole concept with the bug don't think is this: like they live their whole life just to reproduce, and that's it. Like as soon as they
But
reproduce,
yeah, but
their
you
life
could
is
argue
done.
that's us too. A lot of people say, but even take that. By the way, we need T-shirts now that say "Bug don't think."
Yeah, he follows up with "Bug do nothing."
I am Bizarro.
Krina Smile for £5 says, "Not that anyone cares. I like Tech, Jaffe, and Wings. Get over past transgressions." True.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Anyways,
You're right. You get it because you're right. Nobody
Speaking
cares.
about bug
I
don't
even know
think.
what me as woman.
I have
Me as a woman.
I have a moral dilemma for you. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna explain it. I
Let
want
me
to
get
get
this
your
off
guys'
your
take.
goddamn screen.
Thank you. Finally.
But think about this for a brief moment before I get rid of it. Every one of these people, they had no idea.
That was the same thing
that-
you said 7 minutes ago. Thanks.
No. The idea that they had no idea that what they're just doing on this day, 206 whatever years later,
107.
we're now broadcasting it and talking about it, right? I assume maybe stuff like this maybe will be in a school one day. In like a million years, it's like, here's how our far ago ancestors used to entertain themselves. And we're just like not even aware of what this content is going to be used for. I think that's kind of cool. All right, whatever, Tech, go ahead with your
Or they could be like, look at all this assault. People used to be barbarians. They would throw snow at each other instead of
That's
like
right.
talking to each other on the internet.
True.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So the moral question, all right, is gonna be a tough one, and I'm not sure what you guys are gonna do. Here it is. There's two buttons in front of you. There's a blue button and a red button
Where?
in front of you, right? Jaffe, please don't do this while I explain it. Do it after. Do it after, please.
All right, go
Is that
ahead.
fair?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, the buttons appear in front of you, and there's a big voice in the sky that says, everyone must press the button anonymously. You cannot contact anyone to tell them what button you're pressing. You can't convince anyone around you or dear to you of what button they should push. You have to do it anonymously by yourself. The blue button, holy shit, hold on. Creative smile! Cretinous.
Cretinous smile super chatted $66.15.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's time
Thank you,
to show
Cretinous.
off our bosom. Thank you so much, buddy.
I got
It's a
y'all
lot
beat.
of money. Give it some shine, baby.
Okay.
Dog, I got double D's over here, bud.
Thank
Give
you.
it some fucking shine. It's
I'm
not like-
shining it. I'm shining it. I'm shining. I'm
How
shining.
can you ever
Jaffe, I'm
be
shining. There's an
casual
axe
when
in the
somebody
door. I'm
gives
shining.
you $50. That's a lot of fucking money.
Okay, can I please?
That's a video game after Ubisoft has discounted it after it's been on sale for 2 days. Come on, man. Come on, man. Thank you, buddy.
Blue button, red button, right?
Yeah.
You have to choose. You can't tell anyone what you're choosing, and you can't convince anyone that you know or anyone around you. You can't convince a single person they should choose. You just have to press it. If you press the blue button, everyone lives, right? But
That cretinous smile super chatted $13.22 for wings.
I'm gonna kill myself. Thank you.
Bug don't think for wings.
Yeah, bug no
Thank you,
thing.
thank you, buddy.
If you press the blue button, everyone lives. No issue, right?
Yep.
If you press the red button and less than 20% of people press the blue button, then the red people live and all the people that press
The red
blue
people
die.
live.
Yeah. So essentially, you can guarantee that you live by pressing the red, but there's a chance that if less than 20% of people press the blue button, those less than 20% of people die. And every
I
person on
do
the planet
like
gets,
this thought
gets
experiment,
the
but my
buttons.
gut tells me you're not explaining it well. You explained it better to me yesterday.
Can I ask a question? Can we ask questions about the thought experiment?
Yeah.
All right. You said everybody lives if we press the blue button, but
If everybody presses the blue button.
Yeah,
No, not
everybody
if
presses
every
it.
single person
Is-
presses the blue button.
so we're assuming like you're alive, and if the blue button fails, you just die right then and there. It's not like everybody lives forever, right?
No, it's not like everyone lives forever. Essentially, like there's a potential that if less than 20% of the population presses the blue button, then those people die. All the blue button pressers die. So more than 20% of the population has to press blue, or blue dies. And if you press red, you live no matter what. Because
So it's a selfish versus the greater good, right? Like, do you want to take somebody else's grandparents that might not ever affect you?
yeah,
But see, like, here's the thing, right? Like, I care about other people. I'm pressing the blue button because, like, at the end of the day, like, maybe living is not that great. You know, maybe living is the pain, right? Who knows what death is on the other end of it?
yeah.
Let's go with the change. I'm blue. I'm team blue.
Jaffe?
I hate to admit it, but I'm blue.
Now I'm also team blue button, which is crazy. I thought we would have had a red button presser in one of us. The issue that I have, because people are saying, if you really think about it, the whole world should press the red button. Because if everyone is team red, no one dies as well. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's every single person. That means that a toddler is going to make that choice.
No.
It means-
You've got to.
Nope,
You
I'm not.
explain
I'm
this
not.
better.
I'm not.
Okay, then that's stupid.
No.
But fine.
It's not stupid. The mentally disabled, right? They're also going to get the choice. They might not understand what the premise is. They might not understand the directions, and they might press
Michael
blue.
J. Fox, who wants to press the blue button, but his Parkinson's make him. I mean, at that point, it's not a thought experiment anymore.
But it literally is. It's a part of the assessment of what choice you're going to make, because you have to compensate for the variables that can happen, right? Someone in the chat said, "What if I'm colorblind?" Yeah, true. What if you can't see any color?
Somebody goes 1 and 2. Like you press the left button, it does this. The right button does this. It doesn't have to be a color.
Yeah. But the idea is, I think for your survival, the motivation is to press the red button. But in my head, it's, I don't want to be at all responsible for someone dying needlessly because I pressed the red button. In the off chance that 19% press blue, then I know that I'm responsible for 19% of the world dying. Right?
Can we run a poll?
I would love to run a poll. But
Let's run a poll in the chat. See what the chat thinks. Because here's
So-
what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be close to 50-50.
Yeah.
And all I need is 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna fuck with you when you run a poll. But go ahead.
Well, that's the experiment at the 20%. If it changed to 50%, if less than 50% press blue, would you change your mind?
See, that's a whole different scenario then. Because that's like, because like some people want to watch the world burn. And I think they take up at least 10% of the total vote. Like just people that don't care and want to see the most chaos possible. Right. So you're automatically losing 10%. So it's really 90% left. And like to get 50%, like, that's a huge difference. Like at that point, it makes more sense to press red if it's at 50% than 20. But I wouldn't feel good about myself to press red because like I got COVID-19. And I'm saying this because I stood behind a old gentleman in Walgreens getting my wife's medicine. And I had COVID-19. And to this day, I think, did I kill somebody's grandpa? Because I didn't know I had COVID-19 right then.
You did.
But I stood right behind a man that that could succumb to it. And it's like, I feel bad about that every day of my life. And I don't think I can kill somebody else's loved one. And on the off chance that I myself would survive. Because I don't care about myself as much as I care about other people. So I'm still probably staying blue. But it'll probably be a death sentence at that point.
But you've probably killed a lot of people then that you don't know about, right? I mean, you turn left on a road instead of right, and that frees up somebody to not wait at the red light as long as they would have because you would have been in front of them, and now they get in the accident. I mean, you can drive yourself crazy with that shit. Now, if you had known you had COVID and you went out, then I think it becomes a real conundrum,
Okay,
right?
let's finish the blue-red before the COVID conversation. Let's assume it's the 50%. That's the big one. That's the harder one. In my head, if it was 50-50, if that's the outcome, I'm still pressing blue because I'd rather not live in the world where the majority of people are now like the selfish type of person and are also okay with potentially killing off half the population.
I mean, you already live in that world is the problem, right?
I don't
the
think
people
so.
who actually control this world and have the power,
but they're
are
1%.
the ones that,
they're 1% of the world.
and they're the ones that control the vast majority of our experience.
Yeah, but now we decrease the amount of people that would save other people.
I mean, sure, but I don't know. The older I get, I've said this has been a theme for me the last couple months. The older I get, the more I think morality, and I wouldn't change it for me. I don't want to become a bad guy, but I think morality is a cage. We've been sold the idea of morality in order to keep us docile. So the people who are selling it to us can go and get away with whatever the fuck they want to get away with.
Okay.
I don't think
What's the
I don't
color
think
you're pressing?
morality. I'm still pressing blue, but I don't think necessarily there's any real reason to press it other than I've been brainwashed into thinking doing the right thing is the right thing.
And Wings, at 50%, you're what color?
I'm still blue. Still blue.
All right. Poll going into the chat in 3, 2, and won. I'm so curious.
I'll say this: I'm staying blue, but I'm staying blue, expecting the worst outcome.
Oh yeah,
But like at some points, you got to stand on your convictions, because if you don't have convictions and you don't have morals that you stand on, your life is pretty much meaningless.
Isn't it?
After this vote, there's a follow-up premise to this button press.
Or after this vote, we move on to another topic.
It's the last one. It's the last one. Okay.
While we're waiting for people to vote, how about one that's fun? How about this? We watched Back to the Future this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Michael J. Fox, for a time, from like Family Ties up to like, I don't know, Spin City, could get any woman in the world, highest paid actor, most famous person, one of the most famous people on the planet. Would you have his life knowing you'd get that front end and live a life that less than 1% get, but then you have to deal with Parkinson's for the back half? Or would you say, I don't want Parkinson's, so I'll keep my life?
At Cretinous Smile super chatted $13.22. A rich man can afford to be comfortable like Jaffe.
Well, there you go.
Thank you for the super chat, but I don't understand. A rich person can afford to be comfortable. Well, yeah.
Because you look comfortable.
Anybody can, if you can afford it.
How old is Michael J. Fox?
Now he's like 65.
Okay. We're closing the poll on the button press. If you haven't voted, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The chat has voted, and they have voted by saying, the poll's gone for me. I can't see it no more. But I think it was like 58% blue. Do you see it, Jeff?
It was 58. It was 58% blue.
58% blue. The follow-up?
56, yeah.
56. Okay. After this happens, anyone who pressed the red button, their names go on a list. Anyone who had selected the red button, their names are now known.
That's a non-consequence, though. Like, unless you just like publicly shame them, because anybody that pressed the blue button wouldn't be vindictive enough to want to have retribution for somebody that wanted to watch the world burn by pressing the red button.
Well, I mean, that's the question. What would you, let's say you had the authority to issue out a punishment if you wanted to, what would you do to the people that press the red button? Because I asked this to Sarah, my fiance, and she was like, you probably invent like a slur about those people. There's probably like a slur for being a red button pusher. And you just like you shame them publicly. They probably get less favorability for applying for jobs. They probably have to wait in line longer. They get less support.
You know what I would do? I would put a red star on their fucking license. So anytime they have to show their license somewhere, people know that they're a red button pusher.
What do you think, Jaffe? Should we put stars on people to identify them as an out group?
I'm so torn.
Yeah.
It feels like something you would do to like isolate like a group or like do genocide, right? Like putting a red star on them, like
just write on them. Yeah.
Well, you don't want to write on their body or anything. Like you don't want them to, but like it's something that's private. You gotta give them something that's private, but like that people will see that have like importance. Like if you got to give your license to like a cop or like a bank teller or like a loan officer or like you go in for your house, this person knows that you're a red button pusher.
You know what we need?
You to address the fucking conversation, please, you old fuck. Can you please just follow the conversation at hand? Can you not look like you're having a bad time so the audience doesn't have a bad time?
It's not that. I think I'm really good at knowing when it's like I'm a director, right? Yeah, and I think
you
we're
were
ready
a director.
To move on. I'm still a director.
Okay, put Mike Tyson in the ring.
What?
He was a boxer. He's not the same boxer
he's
he
still
was.
A boxer.
He was.
Well, I'm not
he's
the
not.
Same director.
Put Mike Tyson at 23 versus Mike Tyson today.
I don't think the audience is enjoying the conversation anymore. They want to move on. Now, here's what I was going to ask you, Tech, though, because you're the tech guy. We have a 1-second delay. Is there a way for us to find out if we can extract trolls from it when it is time to move on? Right? It's not that I don't want to address the topic. I just think the topic I think you're getting into your autism land of you're really into the fine tuning of this thing. What is your point? And my point is, if we want to have a successful show, we need to somehow figure out a way to determine, okay, we've gotten all the juice out of that particular topic.
You have ADHD, and if anything goes longer than 2 minutes, it's
I
like,
have
what the fuck am
autism
I
and you have
doing?
ADHD, right?
the
Right.
opposite.
So the question becomes is how do we know that?
Yeah.
How do we know
how
that?
about you just do the talking and I tell you?
It sounds like you're dodging like the repercussions. Do you punish the people that press the red button as a blue button person?
I thought I was dead as a blue button person.
No, blue won. So like since blue won, do you as a society?
No.
They give us access to all the red names. Do you do anything with that information?
No, because the same thing that brought me around to pressing the blue button is the same thing that makes me believe in American values and things like freedom and First Amendment. And not everybody has to see the world the way I do in order to deserve to live or to have a quality of life, which again goes back to the point that morality is a cage and it's probably not real, because that's a stupid way to think, but it's the way I think because I've been brainwashed and trained to think that.
Kratos Smile says, is Wings host again? Yes, Wings is host again. And he also said, Wings, what about other countries? I think that's related to the
button question. Like, does other countries not have like a license that people need to drive or identify themselves with?
And they probably do. They have something. Jaffe, this topic, please pay attention. Please stop banging your fucking stick like you're like a conductor of a train in 1910. Okay, please. You're lost. You're not here anymore. Jaffe.
Why do they have sticks?
Jaffe.
On trains.
Please pay attention.
I'm paying attention.
Do I have to jingle keys or something?
Go ahead.
Would you rather?
What I want to say, Jaffe, is this topic has been so popular. It's trending on Twitter. It's on Reddit all over the place. It's been a big fucking conversation online for the past couple days. Mm-hmm. One of the most common consequences that people put forward is the people that press the red button should be treated as attempted homicide. Like they should be treated like they attempted to kill someone.
That's not true.
That has been a very prevalent consequence people have pushed out.
Well, look at it this way. Like the people that press the red button just love themselves more than they love other people. And there's a lot of people in that way. Some people will step on your back to go up like the corporate ladder, for example. But at the same time, they're not pressing that button out of malice. They're pressing that button out of self-preservation. Like to say that, oh, you've attempted murder. No, that's a super fucking reach. Okay, I killed the chat.
You're a fucking asshole, Jaffe.
I'm not. You just think you have main character energy, but you're the sidekick. And so
hey, how about you main character the fuck up? How about you start doing something then, Jaffe? What the fuck?
That's always the go-to when someone does something you don't like. Is they
why?
Need to start
Why aren't you doing anything then?
Because this is not entertaining technology.
Oh my gosh, Jaffe. Then do something.
I don't want to interrupt and be rude.
You doing this is ruder than that. You providing nothing is ruder.
Is now having fun because we have some friction.
Jaffe Lynn Reed up in this bitch, huh?
Yeah, fucking you're dry. Spit on it, Jaffe.
Sheets Metal, thank you for the super chat. Can we get Jaffe's opinion on Keem's hate boner recently about tech? And can we then play Tech's I planned this whole thing speech? I mean, you did a whole stream last night going through that Keemstar thing. I don't really know what's happening with it. And I don't care. But if you want to talk about it, sure. God knows it's better than talking about the goddamn button. Seth Look says ADD, thank you for the super chat, wants to move on. Autism wants to stay on topic no matter how boring. Right. That's maybe Wings is the lubricant, the conversational lubricant, and we turn to him to decide, are we ready to move on to the next topic? Because I got a banger in the chamber, baby.
Yeah, I think the button was a 2-part question, not a 3-part question.
Which is fine, but to go fucking deadpan silent is fucking
That's the
dumb.
Entertainment, you fucking moron.
Not.
The last
it's
4
rude.
minutes has been more entertaining. It's not
rude.
about rude. I'm not here for you. I'm here for the audience.
Oh, then be for the audience and do something entertaining.
I'm doing this.
Oh.
This is now audience. One's if this is more entertaining than the button. Let's see what happens.
2 if it was rude.
Well, things can be
they're throwing numbers, but I'm questions like what was Keem's 3-hour takedown of tech? What was that about?
different
Can we
thing.
get-
Now Tech knows all about that. People might
yeah.
want to hear about that. Look at all the ones.
Keemstar
Look at the
did
ones.
4 hours of TechProtect coverage, saying I'm the worst host in the LCU.
How so?
Bertucci.
Well, thank you, buddy.
At Vertush3 super chatted $9.99. This whole button conversation reached its conclusion. Let's keep the show rolling, please.
I'm gonna say this. Like with
Thank you, buddy.
hosts, there's 2 style of hosts, 3 if you want to get technical, right? There's people that actually bring the content, that are the personalities that are entertaining, that can carry a show on their own, and then there's people that need to be milked, right? I don't consider Tech one of the people that need to be milked. Somebody like Tina D, for example, couldn't run a show on her own. She couldn't hold 2 hours of conversation with anybody in any real meaningful example. But if somebody was to guide her, they could guide her to entertaining conversation. There's other hosts in this way, and I'm not picking on Tina particularly like this, but like to say like TechProtect's one of the worst hosts on the network, and at the same network that has like Albert in the stable, is being very disingenuous. That's my take on it.
But I don't think Keemstar really. I mean, Keemstar's milking the drama, right? I don't think if Keemstar felt that, Tech wouldn't be here. He certainly wouldn't have 2 shows.
I mean, true. I've said it. It seems like a. Oh, what's the word? It starts like an F.
The other show seems like a punishment, though.
A
Like
foss?
LolCow gay?
A fouse? A foos? A foss? What am I thinking of? That word. Seems like a foss. A foos. A feast.
Effusive?
No, it's like it seems like a fake out, like a
ruse?
A ruse, maybe. Yeah, it seems like a ruse. It seems like Keem is just like, I'm leaving, and I want TechProtect to be farce. Yeah, it seems like a farce. Thank you. Who said it first? Abdul. Fuck, dude, English is hard. Seems like
D-Tank said it first.
Oh, okay, thank you, D-Tank. Seems like he just wants to stir the pot more. He loves what LolCow gay has been in the past, and I don't know why, but he loves Albert Dant. He loves the fuck out of that guy. So he just wants that guy to
Yo,
do
mama,
the
hold the
content
fuck up. Where my money at, player?
Huh?
You came, I think it was on this show, you came up and we were talking about TechProtect versus Nightmare. And I go, nah, Nightmare's winning that motherfucking fight. And you're like, let's put some money on it. I'm like, yeah, I'll put $1,000 on it. You go, oh, we're not doing $1,000. We'll do $100. I go, okay, we'll do $100. Nightmare beats TechProtect in the ring.
That's true.
And I ain't got my money yet, motherfucker. Where's it at?
Wait. First of all, we said a fight. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was just 2 men grabbing each other. It was a weird wrestling match. But I'll give you $50. You send me your Cash App. I'll give you 50.
All right, I'll take it.
I said it was going to be bare knuckles. But yeah, TechProtect definitely folded like a yoga mat.
We can't stream bare knuckle fighting. Come on now.
Well,
not bare knuckles. I thought boxing gloves at least. You know, I thought somebody was going to get tapped in the face. I didn't know it was going to be a hugging match between 2 bisexual men trying to push each other in the water. But hey, man, it is what it is. I mean, it looks like they were baptizing each other.
I will say I do have a very awkward center of gravity, so it was not fair.
So you thinking that TechProtect would have knuckled up and whooped Nightmare's ass if it was a fight, or
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So you lost the bet that way too.
I would have lost. Hey, absolutely, I would have lost. I would have lost $100. Absolutely. He grinded me up the right way. I thought he was a real one the day before when he stood up and he got held back by 12 people to get to Nightmare, but he would have got folded like a goddamn yoga mat again.
You see, as a fat, I'm sorry for cutting you off. As a fat bitch, yo mama, you got fooled by us fat people using momentum to seem like we're really fucking strong.
I did. I absolutely did. He fooled me. He got me because TechProtect couldn't fight to save his life. I'm telling you, he can't fight this shit.
Well, I don't got it. I got that thing on me.
Yeah, I still think you couldn't. I still think you'll lose. I'm just saying. But no, I came in here because I heard that I heard that you killed an old man with COVID-19.
What? I think so. I do, honestly.
And that's
it bothers me
for the rest of your life.
I won't say haunted, but I think about it more than once a year. Like maybe 3 or 4 times a year, I'll be sitting there and I'll be like reflecting on my life, and I'll be like, I wonder if I killed that dude. Because like I was
That cretinous smile super chatted $13.22. Leave crypt be.
Because I'm
Thank
a
you
big
for
proponent.
Thanks for the super chat, buddy.
Thank you,
We
Crypt.
appreciate it.
I was a huge proponent of wearing my mask, getting my shots, quarantining. I didn't want to kill anybody's grandparents. And I left the house with the very start of what COVID-19 was. And I didn't realize it because I never had it before, right? I had my mask on. I had everything I needed to do, like protection wise. But in the back of my head, I'm like, this is somebody's grandfather. And I legitimately had COVID-19 at this point, and I was going through the first like symptoms of it.
But I mean, you was just standing behind him in the line. I mean, you were social
Yeah.
distancing though.
Correct, but it's like your germs go everywhere. You don't know where your germs are going.
Yeah, I mean, COVID-19 was fake, so it's whatever. It wasn't a real thing. The
It's definitely not fake.
Yeah, it's not. But did you ever go to CVS and just try to see if that guy ever walked back in, so you
No, I
could just
didn't.
live your life without thinking about it?
Honestly, if you showed him between 5 people, I couldn't pick him out unless he was dressed the exact same way.
What
You
if
can
he
only
was
see
in a
the back of his head.
coffin?
You could probably convince me, but I wouldn't be able to tell because I don't know what his face looks like. I only seen the back of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's probably rotted now.
I just assume all old people are dying soon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just can't believe you're harping on that. I mean, that is not even something like you truly did.
So
or
you
didn't
wouldn't give a
do.
fuck, though, if you had COVID-19 and like an old lady sewing circle came in to get knit and you'd be like coughing all over him. I hope you ladies have a good time.
Well, see, that's not what you did though. You didn't cough all over the dude.
That's $50 to kick your
Cretinous
mama.
Smile super chatted $66.15.
All right.
It was a pleasure, yo mama.
Rest of stream.
I don't know why people hate it when it's your mama. Your mama's entertaining as fuck.
I think
I
the
like to hate
idea is they don't want him to fuck with LolCow Crypt. Since Keem has already announced that he's done. He's not doing anything else with managing.
Yeah, I didn't think Keem was leaving till end of April.
He went early. He said the keys are officially handed off. If any staffing changes need to be made, your mom was going to make them. And Cretinous Smile saying, don't fuck with Crypt. Leave Crypt the fuck alone. So, thank you, Cretinous Smile. Cretinous. What's the word?
Cretinous.
I don't know if we could talk about this, but like you sent me a message this morning. It said, have you checked Discord? And I'm like, I heard the rumors of like people wanting to take tech off of Crypt. I'm like, am I really going to have to go out here and fight motherfuckers today to keep tech on Crypt? Because like I was prepared to do that for you. I was prepared to walk if they threw you off Crypt and made you go do gay full time.
Yeah, I think I don't know if Keem ever left a message in the voicemail box or whatever. But Jaffe's also been like, they better not fucking touch Crypt. Crypt is good. Don't mess with it. It's improving.
Well, I mean, I'm always open to. I don't want to be an asshole. I didn't say it like that. I'm always open to good ideas and shit. And Crypt is certainly not perfect at all, as this show can attest. But certainly, it's not even so much they better not, or they better do this or better do that. I just don't think I would want to be on the show if they came in and started saying, let's make it like the other shows. Because why would I want to spend my time doing that? I'm not interested in doing the other shows. But certainly if Steak or Yo Mama or anybody has a good idea, whoever they are, fuck yeah, let's always get good ideas. I mean, look, I wasn't joking, by the way, about because now that we have fiber and we're broadcasting with less than a minute of or like the delay is almost non-existent.
1.6 seconds.
Us and the chat, we should have the ability to tell when we're losing the audience. And it's not that it's like, oh, Jaffe's bored.
Do you remember the months?
I am obsessed. I am obsessed with making sure. You can put your head down if you want, but it's like tuning a video game, right? We have these brilliant knobs to be able to go, hey, this topic's getting a little long, let's pivot. And it's like conducting an orchestra, right? It's like, let's adjust in real time. I think that's fascinating.
Hey, yeah, you remember?
And I hate that we don't have that data.
Ato Oi2 super chatted $9.99. Tech hasn't done anything to warrant him getting fired. The PP and the LCU have their own personalities like Tech does. Crypt is the best show here, leave it be and let these guys cook. Hashtag Crypt Gang.
Thank you, Yeet, very, very much for all that support. I don't think anyone is, I haven't really heard anyone is really threatening to fuck with the show or anything. I don't think that's a thing unless you guys have heard
Yo
something.
Mama has publicly announced the schedule he would love to do for Crypt. And we talked about that. He wants Jaffe with Big Murph and Twiggy.
I don't know Big Murph that well. I've always liked Twiggy. I have nothing against Twiggy. I think his wife is really slow because she's missing her legs, but it doesn't matter because all we're going to do is sit around and watch the hit ABC show Lost anyway. That said, Twiggy's great, but I don't think that's what Crypt is.
Yeah, and I think with Wings being here, the team, if they want me off, right? Your Mama's vision is I hold you back. I think he said that in a couple of meetings that I prevent you from being the creative mastermind, David Jaffe. Now his suggestion I think would be David Jaffe, Wings Redemption, and Twiggy.
Would never happen.
Yeah.
I don't like Twiggy at all. I don't like him as a person. I don't ever want to interact with him. I mean, if Twiggy came here as a host, I would leave the second it happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what your beef with. I'm not saying it's not valid. I don't care. I mean, it's not my business. What I'm saying is that's fair, right? There are people I would feel that way about as well. Twiggy's not one of them, but I respect that. By the way, yes, it's War Eagle all day, every day.
I just think he's a snake. Like he's a person that will backstab you the second he gets a chance to backstab you.
What's War
I think
Eagle?
I think backstabbing matters if you aren't apathetic. I don't give a shit. But yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Someone in this chat said it wasn't Twiggy. Yes, it fucking was. That was the suggestion. It was to have Twiggy up there. I'll just pull up the fucking. This is literally the picture of the.
Oh,
desired,
I see this. This is what your mama wanted, right?
Yeah, this is the desired stream. It would be Jaffe, Big Murph, and Twiggy in the 10 a.m. slot. This is back when Grim was still here. You can see this is fucking there.
I'm not even on this list.
Yeah,
I make
so
no
once you came in, this is from like 2 weeks ago. But once you came in, it was going to be Big Murph gone, right? And then you would be there. So you, Jaffe, Twiggy.
See, like
I think you worry about this shit too much. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I requested to be on Crip because I looked at Crip as the only show that made something of substance on most of the network. Like Crypt and Live are the only two shows that have any real substance on this network. Like everything else is maybe Glass. Glass is its own individual thing and it's run pretty good. And usually the stuff Tommy does. But like LolCow Gay can go. LolCow like Chubby can go. It brings really nothing to it. LolCow Gold definitely can go. LolCow Queens is just worse fucking LolCow Live. LolCow Bus is a travesty that Lynn Reed didn't need here no more.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's way too much shows. And I know we're talking about the LCU shit, but like just too many shows that bring nothing of substance. We're not even talking about like Fire and Alpha and all those other shows that nobody fucking watches.
Yeah. Let's go back to some of the donos that came in. Vertucci, I think you guys should create a Crypt after hours instead if Tech wants a second show. That could be a cool idea. Kyson Benson for $5 says, I'm a registered nurse. COVID-19 was not fake, but was lab made for population control. Love this show. Yeah, I was joking. Of course, I believe COVID is real.
I agree it was lab made. And maybe it was intentionally made for population control. I don't think that's why it was released. I think it was accidentally released.
I think it was accidental.
Because the number of people who got taken out was not meaningful enough to merit the cost to the economy.
Yeah.
But certainly I do think it was lab made. I agree with you on that.
Sharkbait for $2 says, Tech has a lot of low-cal tendencies, lies too much. And he also says, Wings, you have to see Keem's roast. It was funny. That's the roast about me. Did we miss another one? Reggie's Metal says, can we get Jaffe's opinion on Keem's hate boner about Tech? And then
I didn't really watch it. My opinion is I don't care. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to anybody involved. It's like,
yeah,
but I mean, that's the truth. I don't care. I know because I know it's bullshit, because if he really felt that way, he wouldn't be a host on 2 fucking shows. Right. So I get that it's entertainment, but this weekend I watched 12 hours of movies. I read a book. I slept a bunch, and I played some video games. I didn't put it on my list to watch somebody roasting my daughter's fiance. Not to say that it wasn't good. It's just it's not on my radar.
Can I make a guess?
Yeah.
Is this either like a weird rogue from X-Men, or is this the lady from Ninja Turtles?
This is April O'Neil. And I bring this image up because there's, you talk about trends like the buttons. There's a trend now on Twitter with Grok, which is, hey, take this cartoon character and make her real, right? And what I've been fascinated by with this is that there's two ways it'll do it. The first way is it'll say, okay, well, what they really want is a normal proportioned human woman that has this flavor. But then sometimes it'll literally make a photoreal version of this kind of character, right? So this is more of a realistic one. But you get some of these where it really is.
Have you scanned this for porn yet, Jaffe? Just confirming.
There's no porn like this. Let's take this one, right? So you've got a lot of these guys out there that are, really into the anime and this and that and the other. And I've always said I think anime girls are hot because I have a feeling their vaginas like taste and smell like strawberries. Now I don't know if that's true because they're not real, but that would be a delightful. Like if you could do CRISPR and gene edit women to make their vaginas have different flavors, and they were flavors that were like strawberry. I already like oral sex, but I would oral sex the fuck.
Don't tell Jaffe about douche.
No, douching is not that. Douching is never going to give you strawberry.
Jaffe,
it's never going to get.
I've lived here a year now. I don't think I've seen you eat a strawberry once.
I love strawberries.
I don't think you've ever bought strawberries.
But the other part about it, though, is that this woman on your screen now is a photorealistic version of what those kind of anime girls might look like if they were real. And my question becomes, do you think the guys that are gooning over like that April O'Neil picture, would they look at a woman like this and go, wow, she's deformed, I'm not into that? Or would they be able to say, oh no, I'm super down to fuck this girl whose head is clearly way too fucking big for her body, right? Like that's my question. These are the things that I think are important that our crypt audience very much needs to discuss and know.
My question is like, who puts on that yellow rain slicker ass fucking denim coat there and makes it sexy? Like nobody puts that coat on to be
April
sexy.
O'Neil. You don't think April O'Neil and the Turtles was hot? Shut up, Indiana Joe. If you don't care about this, you're not American, you whore.
Well, that's true.
Got him.
It's April O'Neil didn't have titties like this. She's fucking loaded to kilt with these pictures.
Is April O'Neil 16?
April O'Neil was flat-chested.
No.
She's 20-something. No, she's like a 20. I know that because the arcade machine has her age.
Can I address
She's like in college, right? Yeah, go ahead.
No. She's like a reporter. She's like a professional working woman.
Go ahead, Wings.
Angie uploaded one of the hosts says, it just bothers me that he leaves his fans and we have been here grinding and he comes back and doesn't realize his voice carries to a larger audience. Here's the thing, man.
Who's he talking about?
Talking about me when I left the LCU, right?
Oh, okay.
The second time. I left the LCU because I wanted to create something on my own. I wanted to create something real, and I just felt disrespected in the LCU. And I understand that you're grinding, but at the same time, which I might be out of line saying Chubby was like one of the shows that needed to go, when realistically I'm thinking more along the lines of like Alpha. But there's a lot of like bottom feeder shows that bring nothing to the table, and it should be cut. Like my vision of the LCU, you have shows that go from like noon to like 10 p.m. There is no late nights, none of that mess. Because at that point, you're not really benefiting of being a part of the LCU. Because there's shows, for example, like LolCow Gold, that pull like 150 viewers. And then that show feeds into Crypt, which pulls like 700 viewers. So we get punished for shows doing worse in front of us. And you should concise that and put what actually works in front of us and makes it one big long thing that people could turn into. Right?
But you do agree, though, some of the shows you've mentioned do like Queens does incredibly well. It's a top 3 show. So would you say, even though it's not a show for you, and God knows it's not a show for me, would you say, yeah, but you would keep that show around because it's clearly there's an audience for it?
There's an audience for us, right? But like I'm at a different spectacle with that, and I was going strictly based on like the content itself.
Right.
People obviously like it, but at the same time, like Queens came from the audience that me, Boogie, and Keem cultivated. right? Me, Boogie, and Keem made this audience, and then we brought in the queens to make a second show, and then we brought in another show to make the rewind, and then it just got out of control. Now there's like this 24-hour with 3 circuits and all this other mess. It's like, I think it's diluted the product, and I think the product needs to go back to the drawing board and like tightened up.
I agree. Not for like the noon to 10. 5 shows seems like too little. I think having a 24-hour circuit is not a bad idea. It's just right now, I don't know if we support the quality for a very strong 24-hour circuit. We for sure have we for sure have enough for like, let's say 14 hours total. That's 7 shows. I think we have enough talent to really pack 7 good shows, right? 7 unique audience types, right? Because there's always going to be the fucking group that's like, I want to see the fucking messy mustard, hot sauce penis joke, whatever, haha. There's always going to be the super drama oriented like Queens. I don't know if you've been watching Queens lately. I've been really enjoying Queens lately, and I never thought I'd say that. But it has to do with the new dynamic of the new blood with Foxy. Foxy's been really carrying that show.
See, I look at it, and I'm sorry to cut you off. I look at Foxy just trying her best impression of Becky. Just bring Becky back.
Maybe, but Becky doesn't want to be back. I mean, if
I know she doesn't want to be back, but like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to capture that magic in the bottle again.
But I think they're successfully imitating it enough that I don't care that it's margarine. I don't need butter.
I can't believe it's not Becky.
That's exactly it. You got it. Thank you, Jaffe. Trippy Savage.
And I want to say, let me apologize. Queens is a well-run show, but I looked at Queens as like LolCow Live Light, right? And they did bring in their own audience with like Angry Grandpa and Mike and everything. And Mike's my friend, right? But I'm just saying, like, as a whole, the LCU needs to be tightened up, and like a lot of the fat needs to be trimmed off of it to make a product that it could actually be. And if it ever wants to succeed in the long run, it has to happen, right? Because
I guess the question
no shows
is
are
this,
growing.
Well, yeah. So the question I have about it is that, the LCU is a very insular community. You guys have talked about that ad nauseum. We all know that. But the problem is, like, I think a lot of people will say, and again, I'm biased, of course, but they'll say Crip's one of the best shows in the LCU. Okay, well, let's assume that's the case, but it doesn't make that much money compared to these other shows. I think if you want to kind of take the LCU and make it a 12-hour circuit or a 24-hour circuit, and focus on quality, then you have to also supplement with advertising, because it's really hard, like you've said, Wings, to find that line between how do you actually have interesting conversations, like maybe you'll have on a show like Crypt, if we're fortunate, and still get people to spend money. You're not, because they're so busy engaged with the conversation, right? So we should be able to stop in the middle and go, by the way, if you're enjoying this conversation, Diet Mountain Dew. I'll tell you something about Diet Mountain Dew. When Wings and I tried gay sex for the first time, we said, let's put this as our lubricant. And it worked great. Now, it turned out neither one of us enjoyed the process of having sex with another man. But I'll tell you what, if it hadn't been for the Diet Mountain Dew, it would have been a lot less fun. Get your Diet Mountain Dew today.
Yeah.
See, that's probably what we need.
2 things. By the way, Chubby Girls, if you're in the chat and you want to come talk up, on the show, we could have this conversation, feel free. But Trippy Savage says C19 was likely an Epstein dead man switch, active less than a month after his disappearance. Get everybody off the eye shot and distracted for evidence cleanup. I don't know what C19 is.
COVID.
COVID-19. I now know what C19 is.
The coronavirus.
Why did they make the Modelo virus? I would have gotten sick every day for the Modelo virus.
I don't see how you drink, dude. Drinking.
I didn't say tit turtles. I really didn't. I know you in the chat seems to think.
Yeah,
that's true.
Jaffe also doesn't drink.
Jaffe, have you heard of a product called Good Head?
No.
You should try it.
What is it?
It is a oral sex like gel. Like, for example, like your wife would put on your penis, and when she gives you head, it makes it taste like whatever that is. And they make the same. They make the same for women. Like, it's stuff that me and my wife personally use.
What flavors?
There's like strawberry, cherry, grape, orange.
Anime flavors.
Well,
you can get whatever flavor you want. Yeah.
So what flavor do you and your wife use?
I think we're on strawberry right now.
I told you. See, it's all
Jaffe?
goes back. All goes back to the strawberry.
I can buy a 5-pack right now. You can have the strawberry one.
Can I eat it by myself with a spoon?
Probably
Is it
just-
that good?
It is edible. It doesn't hurt you.
Well, I hope so.
There's
Yeah,
a there's a
it
video.
doesn't give you infections. It won't mess with your urethra or anything like that. Or any
These
kind of
these are
urinary
not
tract
selling
infection.
points. That's any kind of food.
There's
Right?
a,
I would hope not wings. That would be terrible.
There's
Well,
a
I'm just
customer.
letting you know, you really want to go down on girls and it tastes like strawberries. That's something that
Oh,
we.
I
That's
see.
the
It's
technology
possible.
we
We've
have.
invented that. That's right. That's right.
There's a customer review that says once applicated, I get a good 15 to 20 minutes out of it. And there's an attached video, and it's her putting it on her thumb, and she's just going to town on her thumb.
Yeah, big shiny spoon says you could put that on toast. If you're like out of Smucker's jelly or jam, it's like, honey, go get the lube. I got 4 slices of toast in the toaster ready to go. You goddamn right.
One of the top reviews. It's called Good Head for a reason. The reason why it's called Good Head is because it's made for giving head. Mean dick sucking and pussy licking. That's what I get out of the product. If used as the product is intended, it's amazing. If used for anal, not so much. The flavors.
You know what the worst part about this product? It was when you were dating with it, right? Like you kind of know where you're at in a relationship with a woman, but you kind of want to keep the good head on you because if it gets to that point, because I like to go down on women as well, right? I think that's a fat dude thing because like if you're fat, you need to be funny. You got to have a head game, right? Those are 2 criteria for being a fat dude with a sex life. And like you got to keep it somewhere where they don't see it. So because if they see it, they see you that you expected to get it, and you can't let them know that you expected to have sex.
Why?
You got to make it ruins the mood.
Well, if you're in a room with a woman in a position where you can,
Yeah,
put
but
the
do you just
lube on
pop
her
it out your
vagina.
pants like you pop it out your pants? Oh, I brought the good head tonight.
Yeah.
It's a very subtle thing. You gotta reach.
What if
for.
can you just put it on your tongue and just transfer it by the nature of the licking?
It's better to self-applicate. Like I like to applicate around the clitoris myself.
See, I'm going to teach Wings.
What's a
welcome
clitoris?
to Crypt real quick.
The clitoris is like this little hood that sits.
I know
underneath
what the goddamn clitoris is, you son of a bitch.
I don't know.
Clitoris.
Here's an idea, or just walk this with me. We can talk sex, but the moment I start speaking up, Jaffe's gonna go, "Oh, ew, no, don't tell me."
I don't want to hear it with you because I don't want to think about it with you.
Let me tell you about my head game. Let me.
Here's your moment. Talk. I gotta pee anyway.
All right,
You get like
hear the
2
head game.
minutes
Look
to
on.
talk to Wings about it because I don't want to hear about it.
So what does Jaffe's daughter do that's really kinky?
Okay, we're not doing that. But do you know about the excess clit area?
The excess clit area. You're talking about the area that the clit sits in, the
No,
fupa area.
no. So the clit is up top, but it has these like internal wings that come down on the sides, and you can
Yeah, the hood.
Well, no, not the hood. It's internal, right?
Okay, yeah.
It looks like a hand, kind of like this, right? And it has these like little like sensory organ parts that you can press on that'll stimulate. That's where the stimulation of blood flow makes the clit get bigger, right? During arousal, and you can really just like you can do like a finger massage technique, like an ancient Chinese man.
Yeah, just one middle finger and just like.
Okay, one middle finger's not enough, Wings. You gotta really fucking.
I've never had a complaint,
You're parking an F-350 in a compact spot. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
dude. Like going down on a girl's like sucking the world's tiniest dick. Let's be real.
How? Wait, how? I'm trying.
You never suck on it. Like you got to do it gently. You
Yeah,
can't.
but
do
I'm
it
trying to
hard.
imagine. How do you create a seal, like a vacuum on that shit? I don't think you can. I think you're.
You can. You just got to spread them.
Yeah, but then you're like, that's like vacuuming like a area rug, with a vacuum the size of like a car. This is gross. Last 2 men I want to hear talking about this. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn spiffy.
Jaffe walked us into this one.
6,045 super chatted $10, so you won't pre-apply protection before the date. But you'll prelude.
That is true, chilled milk. I don't know if you know this, Wings. People say what is it called? I preload. I preload a condom.
What does that mean? Like
It's an ongoing joke, I guess, from the chubby girls that I
So
walk
you like beat
around.
off in a condom?
No, I keep the condom on all the time. I wake up, I shit, shave, shower, right, and then I roll a condom on it and I just walk around with it ready to go just in case.
I could see. I couldn't do that. Like to
No.
me, like the lubricator ring of condoms, like they make the base of your dick sore after a while.
Yeah. What about you, Jaffe?
I don't think any of us are attractive enough to be talking about sex publicly. And I hate to say it because most people are not attractive enough, but I remember being at Disneyland once and these two big fat people were kissing in front of the Cinderella's castle, and they were tonguing each other and shit. And I'm just like, you're not, and it's a terrible thing to say. And I'm not saying I am, but it's like that should be, unless you're an attractive person with pretty privilege, I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to hear about it. Nobody wants to imagine it.
So if it's like Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson, you've been down for it?
Absolutely. Yes. Let me fucking watch that. Let me pull up a chair, get out some of that great head shit you're talking about, and go to goddamn town.
I mean, like I want this conversation went way further than it should have been. I just wanted to let Jaffe know.
Fortune says who gets to say who's attractive? I do. I do.
Yeah, but that's everybody's their own opinion. I just wanted to let Jaffe know that there was an answer to his question, and I wanted to up his sex game a little bit.
There you go. Well,
because like sometimes women are not so fresh.
Oh, I know. The first time I ever, well, now I'm going back on what I was saying. Nobody wants to hear this, but the first time I ever went down on someone was in college, and even to this day, because it was new, I don't know if my memory is, oh, well, she just tasted like a normal woman does, or if it was, I picked the wrong time to be doing that with that particular nice lady. But anyway, let's move on. Because
to me, it's always the saltier the
yes,
better.
Dark Fortune, an old raggedy man gets to decide who's hot. Wow, I love this. We've clearly hit on a sensitive button with this guy. Right? You're either really ugly or you've been called ugly. I love this. This is fascinating. Why does this particular piece of conversation really get to you, my dear friend, Dark Fortune? What's that about? What's that about? Yeah, fat people shouldn't kiss, says Pokey Gaga. That's right. 2026. You goddamn right.
No public displays of affection. Jaffe will kick somebody in their back if he sees them holding hands at Disney World.
Right. You goddamn right. Okay. Listen. Let me show you something. This happened over the weekend over Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada.
Nellis?
Nellis.
Well, you say Nellis, I say
It's
Nellis.
not Nelly's.
Nellis. Nelly sounds like a fried chicken joint that we can go eat at.
You do drugs, Danny, every day. Have you guys seen this though?
We have not.
That's pretty interesting.
Well,
now, again,
yet.
I'm about to, but this is weird because it looks tragically fake, but this is made like major news and stuff. But here you go. Check it out. I mean, it looks like a total prop from a 1950s sci-fi movie. There's no doubt. But this was above an Air Force base, and people are not going, oh, that was some fakery. This is in the news.
I've edited enough videos in my life to tell you that there's a VHS filter on this photo right here by itself.
Yeah. So you don't think this is real then?
This looks like AI because see how it's paused right there? See how it's paused right there? That's called ghosting. Like if you disable resampling in Sony Vegas, that goes away. Like even in the low light conditions, there's also a VHS filter on it. Like what somebody did is they took a AI video footage of that. They put it in a video editor. They didn't disable the resampling. They put a couple filters over top of it. And they put it out there because like the one thing you'll notice is like all the lights are very, very spot on, almost like movie light. Like you can see the truck real well. You can see like the street light real well. And then the spaceship happens to be this nice bright blue because like the lighting conditions were way better when that video was filmed than what you're actually seeing there. You're seeing a lot of After Effects put in.
Can you pull up the beginning of the video with the truck? Sure. Because if you don't know, I'm from Las Vegas, and I grew up near Nellis Air Force Base. I've seen every entrance of this fucking Air Force Base.
Okay, you ready?
Pause it. Okay, that might be Nellis Air Force's base. That is the north entrance on Las Vegas Boulevard by... Oh, what is that fucking street? Not Cheyenne. It's north.
Nobody cares.
Craig Road in Las Vegas Boulevard.
I was only point out the separation and the fact there's no stars in the sky. That means that you could literally film the bottom half and be legitimate, and then the second half could be something else placed over top of it since there's no real backdrop. So you two separate instances.
I'm trying to see if there's where the news is of this thing. But okay, so what about this though? Sarah, my daughter, and Tech, we're talking about what was the ride you guys went to at the fair?
The slingshot.
Yeah, did you see this footage? This is why
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, one of the most terrifying things is when I saw both my kids go up in one of those fair rides, and I'm like, I know in California we have laws and stuff, but I don't trust a lot of this shit run by just fucking, I don't know who they are. But here you go. This is this weekend, I think. Now, no one died, but they were all pretty injured. Right? I mean, that shit's scary shit.
Can we possibly replay it? I was defending myself in chat.
Yeah, here you go.
That's the bad thing about these things, dude. That these, I don't want to use a derogatory term here, but like traveling people tend to build these things and tear them down as quickly as humanly possible. They're almost never up to like a spectator like level of quality when they're reassembled. And like, how fast could something go wrong? Obviously here, because somebody else wanted to take a shortcut putting these things up.
By the way, I'll say the word for you. No, it's not carnies. He's saying the cheap Mexican labor. The cheap Mexican labor that set this up immediately. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I thought, because I don't, this ride is in Mexico, but yeah. I know in America, a lot of the ride owners are independent contractors that travel with the fairs.
Yeah.
And so certain ones are, run more on the up and up than others. So I don't know how much of that is tied to labor that they get from people. I assume they have their own group, but maybe not. I don't know.
There's a fair here in California. When I had this experience, that ride was ran by a family, right? They weren't associated with the fair itself. They have the equipment and they were like, oh, we paid for this spot. They contracted that location. They were allowed to set up. So I mean, yeah, you kind of are just risking it to some dude, not
or
like
some
engineer.
Just high school kid summer job who's like, just pull the lever, pull it back, okay. And I'm high as a kite, hanging out with his friends, flirting with some girl. I mean, you got to, now in California, they are pretty good. I think it's OSHA or whatever that watches the rides and stuff. But Red Sheet says, I worked at a ride park. You would be amazed how mad people got when you would say someone was too tall, too short, or too overweight. Well, fuck you. I think those, that's good they're there. And I think I know what word Wings was going to say. It was not Mexican labor. It's another word. Go watch The Wolfman from 1930 something.
Is word
I
gypsy?
assume that's what you're talking.
Well, they have kings and they fight each other, and like they're more prevalent in Europe than they are in Mexico.
Didn't everyone have kings back in the day? I'm
Tyson Fury's associated with them.
Well, I didn't vote for him. Listen to this. Speaking of theme parks, there's the Internet Hall of Fame on Twitter. This one is, the question was, what's something you'd rather you didn't know about? And this was something, man. This was something. It's one paragraph. I'll just read it to you. This person says, I was working at Disney World when an obese dad tripped walking out of a restaurant with his child in his arms. He landed on the baby and there was no crying. In typical Disney fashion, he was not announced dead until it was off Disney property. Can you imagine being the dad that falls on your baby and breaks its neck? I mean, it certainly wasn't intentional. It was an absolute accident, but I don't know. I mean, my God.
I'd have to see it.
I don't want to see it.
Because like, in my head, like if I was in that situation, I tripped, I would try my best to land on my side or my back.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Pokey Gaga says fat people shouldn't go to the fair. Jaffe 2026. They shouldn't be kissing, and no fair time for the fatties. Get on the Ozempic, folks. Get that shit worked out. You have a very active sex life with your wife.
Thank you.
Wings. Are you out in the world making out in public?
No, we don't do public displays of affection because nobody wants to see that. The public is for the public. You can dare to conduct business and there's an expectation of like how you act in it.
Yeah.
Jaffe loves subverting the expectations of what you're supposed to do in public.
Well,
sometimes I do because sometimes it's stupid. That's not untrue, but not always.
But see, there's like I'll hold hands.
That's different. We're talking about,
Yeah, Jaffe would ask a general practitioner doctor, like, do you ever just collect samples of syphilis? Just like get in a little jar and you keep by your bedside? Do you have like a herpes sample and a syphilis and an AIDS?
Let me explain what it is to you, because you're not wrong. I wouldn't say that, but I will say things to get responses sometimes, not because I'm trying to be an asshole, but because I have severe scorching ADD. And my brain gets bored, and sometimes I make the assumption that other people's brains are the same when they're not. And so that's why people would get mad at me when I would do my video game show and I'll call into GameStop to ask the people, hey, what sold this weekend? And people are like, don't bother those people. They're working. They don't, and I'm like, man, when I had a retail job or a public facing job in high school, I would have loved that. It would have been a break from the monotony, right? So if I work at a gas station and I go up to the person and say, hey, who's the most famous person that's ever come in here? Or what's the creepiest experience you've had working at this gas station? I would go, oh my God, what a delightful breath of fresh air this Jaffe is. But a lot of people take it and go, Jesus Christ, man, I just want to sell you gas. Shut the fuck up. I get it.
But I'm a partitioner of fast food. I've been known to travel these spaces, and my wife hates it that I don't talk to them. And I'm like, I've been on that other side of the window. They never want to talk to the customer. They want you to hand them the money, they hand you the receipt, and then they hand you the food, and they go about their day. Like creating small talk on questions that people hear over and over again. I'm always afraid of that. Like you said, what's the creepiest thing? Like, but how many people have asked them what is the creepiest thing they've experienced?
You think a lot of people have asked him that?
Well, like let's take that out. Let's say a cop. Like, what's the worst bust you ever done? They've probably answered that 15 times.
Yeah, but I wouldn't ask. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't ask them. I would go to a cop and I would say, how tempting is it to steal stuff from the evidence locker? In the movies, it looks really tempting. Have you ever taken anything home? I would ask that.
Oh, I'd be afraid of you at that point. It'd be like, this guy's setting me up.
Maybe, but at least we'd have a good conversation.
I've worked like fast food when I was like a wee lad. I liked the small talk. Maybe I'm with Jaffe on this. I enjoyed breaking up the monotony.
So you enjoy somebody like, Tech, how's your day today? How's the weather?
That's okay. Well, wait, you're doing very different things. You're doing very different things there, though. Right? That's boring.
Yeah, no.
But if you come in and say, what is the procedure here at McDonald's if someone comes up and says, I found a rat in my hamburger? Now that's an interesting conversation. Now we're talking magic.
Okay, yeah, I'm not there.
Bring him over.
I'm just autistic, all right? Because I'm not asking them like, you ever pee yourself in the morning just for fun? Like, I'm not asking them that, but I have like
there's two buttons.
Yeah,
one's blue and one's red.
No,
what are you gonna do?
I've had repeat customers, and I'll introduce myself. I'll say like my name, like, oh yeah, my name's this. Yeah, how's it going? What's your name? And then they'll say their name, and then I'll try to like memorize their face. And I'll remember the outfit they had, and the next time they come in, I'll be like, "Oh, hey, new outfit today," or like, "Oh, where's the purse that you had last time," or some shit.
That just come up like a creepy stalker.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Well, I'm stalking them from a static location.
Jaffe's the kind of fuck you,
Shift Super
motherfucker.
chatted $13.23. Jaffe, the kind of asshole you get stuck behind when you just want to pay for your gas.
That is true. I've seen
I
that.
Pay for it in the
even-
pump, bitch. Like
I've seen this firsthand.
Let me ask you a question.
I
Go
hate
ahead.
people who buy fucking lottery tickets. Fuck people who buy lottery tickets.
Well, I mean, you can buy them if you just let the computer do it, and then it's quick. Give me 10. But if you're like, okay, now I'm here for the whole office. Now Janice wants number 6 because she has 6 kids, and she wants number 14 because she met her husband on the 14th. Then it's like, shut up, Janice, you fucking whore.
How about the ones that want to turn tickets in, buy new tickets, play them, and then turn them in again because they don't want to relinquish their time at the counter? That happens.
There should be a goddamn different aisle for that. Coupon ladies. I do cut coupons, but I do it when I order my groceries online.
Oh, fuck.
I don't even understand the point of it though, because I go onto the online thing and I'm like, I want Diet Cokes. Okay, you can get 3 Diet Cokes and you get 3 more. And if you order 6, you're only paying half. But you have to click the button. And I'm like, just fucking make that the price. What value is it of me clicking a button on a website that I'm already at the website of the store? It's not like back in the days there was a benefit for the paper, you know, to go, oh, I bought the LA Times, so I'm going to cut the coupons. And so Kroger supermarket wins, LA Times wins. Now it's just like, I'm on your website. I'm already
This is
here.
boring, Jaffe.
It is boring. Let me ask you a question.
I don't find it boring. I'm sort of thinking that button.
We're
most
talking
likely-
about coupons being too like complicated. This is the fucking.
It's not that it's too complicated.
What's the word that starts with a G? It's like old man. It's not Gentile. What am I thinking about? Genial? No. What? There's another word.
Geriatric?
This is geriatric conversation. Geriatric grocery gab is what we're doing.
But the button that you click on the site is most likely a clicker to let somebody
you.
have data on you. Like
Yeah,
this
that's fair.
person,
Yeah.
This person likes to get this thing. Yeah.
What about this? What about this moral conundrum, Tech? I have a video pulled up and it's showing how effective drones have become. And it's showing like 8 or 9 drone kills of the drones like coming into a room where a guy is huddled and slamming into him and killing him. You don't see any blood or anything. Are we bad people if we show that?
Show me the video, and I'll take it off screen.
because
If
we're
it's good, we'll
making money.
replay it for the audience.
Based on the entertainment of someone dying.
Show me the video.
All right, I'll show you the video, but I'm not saying we should show it, but you will make that call, not me. Here you
All
go.
right. I'm watching it first, chat. I'm sorry. I have to make sure it's not TOS. Oh, this is like gonna for sure be TOS, but let's see it.
No, you don't see any blood or anything. Like that guy's running into the building, and this drone operator's just like, well,
Did he not close the doors? What a dummy.
he's running for his fucking life, man. And that was all it took. Boom. Here's another, right? I mean, that's all you see. You see the screen go black because that's probably what the drone operator sees.
Yeah.
The drone's destroyed, right? When it explodes.
All right, you can replay it. You can go start from the beginning.
But are we making entertainment based off the death of people?
Oh yeah, and I like it.
I don't know.
People love this shit, especially toward the back end when somebody's actually shooting at the drone.
I mean, it's
Okay,
oh,
Did you not pre-watch this, you dickhead? That's literally one that had a third-person cameraman. Jaffe. I
did watch
Take it
it.
off the fucking thing.
Well, just do you take
No,
it off?
take-
You're running the show.
Well, no, stop streaming it.
I did.
No, it still
Pause.
says
I'm not
watch
showing it.
stream.
I mean, none of it's like hardcore. I
You
don't
made
think
me come
YouTube
back to
related.
it on the specific one that has a third-party drone who's just witnessing, and that was the cuck. That was the cuck drone who doesn't get to blow up. He's just a fucking sit there with his charge, watching the other one go off.
Yeah, it's just an explosion.
That's the
You didn't see anything.
that's the supervisor drone. That's the one that lets them know that, oh, you got the cheap drone. You did get upgraded to the expensive drone.
Andrew says all we saw was red mist. It's cool. Yes, it was paint. That was a paintball video. That's what we watched. It was a paintball drone.
Dude, that has
I
to be
don't-
fucking
God damn it,
terrifying.
Jaffe,
though,
you're so bad at
to be
this.
running from a fucking drone.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
the PTSD that Ukrainian and Russian soldiers are experiencing is insane. I think there's a story about a brawl that happened at a bar in Russia because the soldiers came in, and when there was too many of them in the room, the bar owner turned on the ceiling fans, but they were recessed enough that they didn't see it coming in. So then like they're all drinking and then the fans start whirling and they see movement above their heads and they start fucking panicking and dip out the fucking the store or the bar.
Dude, I watched this one video back. This was when Obama was president, and Obama was known for like Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And like this is, I think it's like Pakistan. They interviewed this like almost tribal woman. She's not really tribal. She's sophisticated, but like it's a more simplified woman that lives out in like a mud hut. And she was crying because like a drone had killed her son. And like people, they were like translating. It's like, I'm afraid of the sky. I can't go out to get my water, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm like, damn, Obama's made these motherfuckers afraid of the sky in this country.
You see what you're looking at on your screen right now?
I am.
It looks like a piece of shit that looks like a tank.
You know what it is? It's kind of amazing.
What is it?
Well, guess.
Some sort of like autonomous robot with a machine gun trying to be elephant shit?
Tech?
I imagine this is a like drone camera for the safari to watch insects.
Yes, exactly. Well, not insects, but this is how the BBC gets their footage
with the filming
of nature movies. Isn't that cool?
They
it's like a piece of poo. It's like a dung heap.
That's what I'm gonna say.
And it moves. By the way, see those wheels? That's the only reason I'm interested in making another Twisted Metal if I ever get the funding to do it. Because the reason I gave up on, nobody cares. I'll tell somebody later if they're interested. But three-dimensional motion of a Twisted Metal vehicle, that becomes very interesting to me. Because then you can strafe, but otherwise the motion, the fidelity of motion is too limited.
So you're talking about like omnidirection, like being able to drive in eight directions?
I would still want it to be a vehicle that looks like a car, not like a sci-fi car. So you'd have personality. But the biggest problem with Twisted Metal now is people are used to much more ability of motion in a game like Call of Duty that you just can't compete in a normal car after the novelty wears off in about 10 minutes. And then you're like, okay, but I can't strafe and I can't slowly, track somebody or whatever. So yeah, I would want to and then imagine like the Batmobile, you could do that and you could put your normal wheels and your car functions differently physically when it's normal wheels. And maybe your weapons do more damage, but it's harder to drive. So you have like a trade-off constantly between. I would love to make that.
So Axel's not going to be a part of that cast.
We can make it work with Axel. He probably would just be in a giant wheel at that point, a giant sphere, But we'll see.
Because what you were talking about, it sounded like it was going to be one character, like a character like named like the Juggernaut or something like that.
Oh no! I would have an ice cream truck, a 1950s. Thunderbird or whatever, and they would just have these wheels. So they'd still be cars and characters and stuff. But again, that's for a different show. Nobody cares about video games on this show. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, look, let's talk about the money for this show. Jordy, you're an expert in this field. How do we get our show into a top 5 financial show? Because correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but this is absolutely one of the best, smartest shows in the LCU, which isn't saying much. Not like Rocket League. No, Rocket League requires too much skill just to do some of the things that I would want to be very simple. I don't want the ceiling to be that high. Hello, Joey Bag of Donuts. Good to see you again, buddy. What do we do? Do we just say, hey, now's the time for you to reach into your wallets, folks? This is how you have to pay for your entertainment right now. You don't have to. You're not obligated. But we would appreciate your super chats. We would appreciate your gift.
From my experience, it's better to have something people want to work towards. I mean, like it's good if you voice it like you're saying, but like it's better to have something to work towards. That's why every show on the fucking LCU has like, somebody will change their name for like a week, or like somebody will like get ran over by a car or whatever it might be. Like you got to do something that you don't want to do. And
but that's not the show though, right? Then it no longer is the show.
Well, it could be going like this. Hey guys, this is the most sophisticated show on the LCU. If you want to see more content like this, or if you want your day filled with content like this, please help support the show. Because if we don't make money, we get pushed out by other people that are willing to take mustard to the face.
That's true.
Yeah, Pavlov, that's not true. You want the money, but don't want to do the work for it. Of course we do. But if you're saying that the work is being an idiot, then yeah, you're right. I don't want to do that work. I don't need to do that work. But I do want to make a show that's compelling and entertaining and engaging intellectually. And maybe there is no place for that in the LCU. Like Pavlov says, you're in the LCU. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be the whole shtick. That's the whole reason Wings is here on this show. Well,
because I'm interested in podcast aspects of it. Like I love being in a good podcast. But somebody says he's never going to give Keem $1. That's fine. You don't got it. There's other ways to contribute without giving Keem money. You could be a subscriber. You could subscribe. You could hit the like button. You could interact with the chat more. You could share this with your friends. Maybe your friends will give Keem money.
Thank you, Pokey Gaga. We appreciate it, buddy.
Pokey Gaga 23 super chatted $20. Thanks for all the loans, Jaffe. I'm probably going to need another one.
I'll do the best I can, baby. I'll be like the banker and Drag Me to Hell, which, she didn't give the loans. That's a great fucking movie. I want to see the new Sam Raimi movie. What's the one with Rachel McAdams on the island with the guy? I heard it's really fucking good. I think it's on video now, video on demand or whatever.
Another sex conversation there.
Rachel McAdams?
No, Drag Me to Hell.
Allison Lohman?
No, I had an experience. I took a girl out from Plenty of Fish, and she was so adamant that she wasn't going to do anything sexual during the date. And the entire time I took her to Drag Me to Hell when it first came out, and like she was overly sexual that entire date, to the point she took my truck keys and like put them down her bra and made me go get my truck keys out of her bra and stuff like that.
Okay.
Out of the blue. I'm done.
Out of the blue. You remember the hit Debbie Gibson song "Out of the Blue"? You probably
I don't. I know who Debbie Gibson is. I'm not that old.
You know what is old though? This stream is now over. Thank you for tuning in to LolCow Crypt. Thank you for the fans that showed us support. Thank you for just tuning in.
You very much. You guys.
We now
don't
send
forget
you
to
over.
watch the greatest show on the LCU with TechProtect coming up this afternoon.
Or don't, honestly. Fucking just do whatever you want.
You should get Albert to do mustard on the face.
True. Watch Albert put mustard in his nostrils and maybe have sex with hot sauce. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Tit turtles. Bye, you guys.
What is tit turtles?
I don't know. Something in the chat.
We out.
Not yet.